Recruit Class 193 is back at the CMPD Police Training Academy for Week 6. But this week's physical testing sessions have a different feel to them than previous weeks. This is their first taste of defensive tactics as part of their PT schedule. This will help prepare them for subject-controlled arrest techniques, or SCAT.
There you go. Don't drop with your elbows. Sit down, like you sit down. There you go, better. Shrimp by itself is this. I know you got it remember. So look, how it's gonna look, your partner, they're gonna stand over top of you with their feet straddling your hips, like right at your belt line basically. That's where I want them. You can do the same thing, nothing changing. Now you got something to push off of. So you keep your feet close to your butt, turn it to the side, and I'm gonna push. I don't want to build bad habits, so when I clear it on the space, I want you to bring your feet back and check at the knees. Don't kick your partner, but again, I don't want to build bad habits. And then I will let my partner reset. We'll go to the other side, check, turn, go to the side, check. You guys got it? Yes, sir. All right, let's do it. You don't understand the practical application of it. That's okay. It's a drill. It's fun for us to watch anyway. So look, it looks like this. This is pummeling. Here we have what's called a 50-50, meaning I'm over, he's over. That's a 50-50 tie-up. He wants what's called double underhooks. Boom. This is bad for me. Feels like I can be taken down any minute because I can. Also, if I wanted my weapons, it's tough for me to access them because I can't get to them as easy. Does that make sense? Yes, so you don't want to be in double underhooks. You'll find yourself tussling with people on the street and they don't even know what they're doing, but it feels natural to get to that position because it's easier to take somebody down. So you can't allow that to happen. So this is a drill to learn how to not let that happen, okay? So, pumping looks like this, 50-50. We're gonna cooperative, what we call swim. As I go for the underhook here, he's gonna go for the underhook over here. We switch our heads, boom, we're here, okay? I go, he goes. We're also switching our feet, you guys got it? Go, look, as you're learning, I want you to go this slow. I'm swimming, he's swimming. Boom, here, I'm swimming, he's swimming. Boom. If you know what you're doing, once you get the hang of it, obviously, you can go a little faster with it. Make sense? Yes, sir. What? Don't do this. Look, we have good control, okay? Look at my base. I am not standing straight up like this, doing this weird little hug. He's off balance, right? It's not, you're just making it weird for everybody when you do stuff like this, right?
It's not the middle school
hug. Don't do that. You have a good base here, okay? Good base. That way if we were to move around, see our base? If I was like this and we do that same movement, go ahead and move me like that. Move me around. Yeah, look, I've already almost fallen. I can't keep a base like that. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. You're in a stance, okay? So,
we're not just making you squirm around like a shrimp on the mat just to see how it looks. There's a reason for that. It's an important movement. There's a reason for pummeling and underhooks. This stuff is the boring part against the cage that you see, you might order a UFC with your buddies on a Saturday night. This is the boring stuff, but there's a lot of work and a lot of position control going on during this. So there is a reason for every single thing we're doing in here. I don't want you to think this is very foreign, like I don't know what the heck's going on. It's going to make sense to you, I promise. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So look, here. So my underhook, so I'm here.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Grab higher, get like a control. Yeah, there you go. See, I'm hooking right here?
Okay.
That's a handle, That's so I can pull if I need to. So yeah, you don't got to be so tight with me, but what? Yeah, there you go, good. So as I go, you go over here. Come over here, Jones. Swim this side. Swim, no, over. Swim over, nope. Look, see what I'm doing here?
Yes, sir.
You do that over here. Bring over. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Do it. Switch. Boom, look at that. As I go here, you go over there. Yeah, switch heads. Yep. As I go here, you go there. Go.
And then you switch.
Switching my feet too. Got it? Yeah. Don't be so, gentlemen, you're so like robotic. It's a cute little dance. Don't be so robotic. Check it out. Come here.
And then
you want to go in there or in here? I'm not going to do the wall today. We're just going to do this. We're just going to practice.
I'll stay in here.
Okay. All right. So Grant, we'll go another 2-3 minutes here. We'll split. Andrew, we're going 2-3 minutes here, then we're splitting 15 minutes of 10 minutes of dynamic, and then we'll break it down. Guys, just keep working with it. We're gonna go dynamic here, almost live here in a little bit. It might make more sense to you, so just keep repping it. You guys good? Yes, sir. Are y'all divided into Group A and B yet? Yes, sir. All right, Group A going to the DT room. Group B staying here. One, relax, relax. You got a 30-second break. We're gonna go again. All right, great. Give me one more round. I'll let you get some water. You might even call it after that too.
My name is Andrea Mullins. I'm a police officer here with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. I've been at CMPD for approximately 7 years. Before that, I was a police officer in Tennessee for about 7 years as well. After about 5 years at Tennessee, I felt like I wanted more opportunities. I felt like I didn't have the opportunities that I was looking for. I wanted to experience new things, and as I was kind of looking around, I had applied at several larger departments. CMPD had the best overall situation for me. I came to CMPD. I didn't know anybody at this department. I didn't know anybody in Charlotte, period. I came here, and it was everything that I thought it would be and more. I got a lot of experiences I would have never had at my other agency, a lot of opportunities I never would have had, and it has probably been the best decision I've made. Shortly after coming here, I got involved with the defensive tactics program, coming out helping as much as I could. Luckily, I was working in a division that they gave me a lot of opportunity to come out here, and that turned into me helping with different blocks of instruction as a role player or whatnot, and eventually got an opportunity where I got to go to general instructor school and get my instructor certification. So once that happened, I actually started thinking the academy could be something that I could move toward in my career, and it was definitely something I was interested in. After that happened, and I started actually teaching some of the material, the recruit training job opened up, and I applied for it and was lucky enough to get selected and move out here. I've been out here for about 2 years, and it's definitely out of my wheelhouse. It is definitely something that has challenged me a lot, but I feel like I've grown as an officer, and the experiences here have been amazing.
The recruits are beginning to get into more practical applications of all the things they've been learning over their time so far. This week, they'll be split into their groups to start both SCAT and driving training, applying what they learned in the classroom and putting it into action.
No, don't go 100% here. I'm sorry. All right, this is just the first 3. Okay. Ready? 2. Stop fighting. 3. Stop fighting. All right. Now what I want you to do is an elbow forearm strike. Ready? 1. Stop fighting. 2. Stop fighting. And 3. Stop fighting. All right. All right. So same thing. She's gonna hold that bag off to the side. Right. So she's gonna kind of turn face me. All right. Bag's gonna be there. All right, there's several ways we can do this. One, you can come up and latch onto them and then do the strike, all right? Or we can just come up here and do the strike. But our hands have to be up in the air. Does everybody understand that? Yes, sir. All right, ready? 7 again. Let's work on 7. 7. Stop fighting! 8. Stop fighting! 9. Stop fighting! All right, one more. Ready? 10. Stop fighting! Ready, go! Stop fighting! Nice, all right, good. Switch off bags, switch off overs real quick. I get information from her like this. Hey, can I have your name and your date of birth and your telephone number, right? That's a little bit weird, right? But something as little as this, it's funny, you're going to take it into your personal life. A family member, everybody knows close talkers sometimes. Like I have some weird family members who like to get up right in your face, and I'm like, whoa, okay, like just, and I'm standing like this. It's a good practice to learn. Reactionary gap is 5 to 6 feet, so we need to learn distance management. Give me 2 lines, so one up here and then one behind. Make sure you got arm width apart. We're gonna practice throwing the jab a little bit.
2 lines, 2 lines, let's go, 2 lines.
Use all your power into it, right? I'm throwing with my dominant hand and I'm leaning right into it. Notice my back foot is pivoting towards the target, right? So if I have both feet flat here, I'm not getting my hips involved. With punching, a lot of power comes from the ground up, from my feet to my hips. I have to move my core when I'm punching, right? So even with a straight punch, who agrees with me? This is not as powerful as getting in a fighting stance and leaning into it, right? So I'm getting more weight behind that punch. Cool? So a cross is a straight right hand, because all of you said you were right-handers. So straight right hand, bam, and then right back. Bam, right back. Cool?
Yes, sir.
Drop that, yep. Cross. Good, nice. Cross. Good. Cross. Good. Cross. 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 If I'm in my fighting stance, we have a jab. That's my lead hand. Then a cross, right? And then a hook. And then an uppercut. And then we have what's called the overhand punch. Let's do this. So I want you to line back up in the lines you were just in. And I'm going to call out just a few different punches. I'm not going to go super fast. I might say, so here we go. I got to teach you all this too. So you said this was what?
Jab.
That's also what number is this?
1.
What's this?
2.
What's this?
3.
What's this?
4.
And what's this?
5.
Nice. Y'all are tracking, man. Line back up. Let's do it. Good. Snap it out. Double one. Good. 1-1. 1-1.
I get to impact a lot of recruits coming in, all the recruits coming in. I get to hopefully help them in their career, help them go out and be better officers, and they can learn from things I've learned. When I was in patrol, I was a police training officer. I was a PTO. So, I would get a recruit assigned to me, and I could train them, and that was like, I could do that for 1 recruit per class that came out, maybe 2 recruits per class. At this level, I've got 40 recruits that I'm training, you know what I mean? So I've just expanded this training ability, and hopefully I can help a larger group of the department with anything that I can, any knowledge that I can give them.
Blue gun issuance was a big day for Class 193, as the blue guns give the recruits another item for their belts. The blue guns are plastic replicas of the Glock 17 they'll carry as officers. They're used as a training aid, helping recruits get used to having something in their holsters and give them an opportunity to train without live ammunition before they're issued the guns they'll carry on the job.
Good morning. I'm Sergeant Winterhalter. I am the supervisor down here at the range. Sometimes called the range master. So you'll hear it referred to that as well. Today we are going to go over some. You a coffee fan?
No, sir.
Okay, good. I'll leave that right there. So today we're gonna go over some real basic information with you. Okay, we're gonna kind of give you an introduction to what the range days are gonna look like, what your firearms training is gonna look like, what the expectations are gonna be down here, some of the information that we're gonna be covering. We'll introduce you to some staff members, full-time, and then adjunct instructors that'll be here helping you through your training, and go through some logistical equipment issue type information, get you your blue guns issued to you, and we'll kind of talk about the importance of the blue guns and why we do it, how it's going to help you, what it's going to prepare you for, and then we'll get into doing some practical applications out on the range where we're talking about the holster itself, how to establish your master grip, how to draw and present the weapon, and go from there, okay?
All right, so like Sarge said, my name's Will Parks. I will be your lead instructor for the class. So one of the things when we start learning, right, we're talking about physical skills here. How many people are already shooters? How many shooters I got in here? Okay, so we got a few shooters. How many? Yeah. Okay, how many of you are YouTube shooters? Got all your firearms instruction from YouTube somewhere? Okay, well, somebody's lying. Somebody in here is lying, because I got a YouTube guy in here that knows what he's doing because he watched a bunch of YouTube videos. All right. Some of you guys may be former military, CIA, Navy, Delta, Ranger, SEAL, Ninjas. Some of you may shoot better than me. You may be 3-gun competitors that have sponsorships from major gun companies. You may know more than I do. You may know more than we all do put together. But when you're here, I want you to listen to what we're learning. If you are that good and you have that background, you know what we're getting ready to tell you is true, and this gives you an opportunity to step back and learn, practice your fundamentals all over, all right? If it's something that is not the way you were taught, while you're here, I want you to do it our way for now, because if you're that good, you can revert back to your way later. But what we're teaching is going to be what we know works for us in the environment we are going to work in. You may have come from some other environment where the way you do it is the best way, but it may not be the best way in this job, okay? So again, if you have that background and that experience, I ask that you listen to the way we're teaching, do it our way, and if you're that good, as soon as you're done with us, you can switch back to your old way. It's on you, all right? But while you're here, do it our way.
We want them to begin to really get comfortable with this training aid. Get comfortable with the different techniques that we have discussed with them in the classroom, get used to having and carrying this with them while they're at the range and working on different techniques and skills at home without having to be worried about it being an actual weapon or the possibility of it being loaded. So it really needs to become kind of an extension of their hand over the course of their time at the academy. We can definitely tell the students who take the time to work on their draw with the blue gun, and when they show up to us at the range for those first few range days, we can usually tell pretty quickly who's invested the time in themselves and did their homework, so to speak, practicing their draw, their grip, clearing the holster, extending, and getting on target. It's a great training aid. It's a real simple training aid, but there's a lot of value in using it throughout the academy.
Now, it's time to put it all together, on the belt at least.
Morning, so we can help them while they're here. Far forward as I can, then it's still comfortable. Because, again, the closer it is to my center line, the quicker I can get to it. But I'm also going to spend more time sitting in the car than I am drawing a magazine, so you still have to be able to comfortably sit in the car. Yeah, that's fine. For now, that's fine. Real world, you may end up starting pushing it forward a little bit, but again, we will work with that. Where your magazines are right this second, I'm not worried about because you're not drawing magazines. Lightly ahead of that seam, I'm good. And again, we'll tweak it if we need to when we start getting into it.
So you didn't balloon up when you left?
I said that. Don't do that to you.
The blue gun issue was the last to do before the recruits transitioned to the driving pad for their driving instruction. But before anyone gets behind the wheel, they'll spend some time in the classroom for a rundown of what to expect.
I'm Chrissy Pickert. I'm the lead driving instructor here at the Academy. Recruit Class 193 is getting into their driver training. Yesterday we had 8 hours in the classroom where we go over following distances, emergency response considerations, pursuit driving considerations, Today we're going to get into, it's another 4 hours today. Today we're going to get into the legal portion. So the class has 12 hours of classroom instruction. Yesterday was 8 hours, today is 4 hours. Then after we get done with the classroom instruction, we go over to our CVOC, the City Vehicle Operations Center, and that's where they get 40 more hours of practical driving experience behind the wheel. There's 10 driving courses that they have to do and pass, where they have to score a certain percentage, or it's a pass and fail course that they must pass 2 out of 3 times. That puts a lot of stress on the recruits, that you have to pass 2 out of 3 times, then you get a remedial training, and then you have to test again.
After some time in the classroom to discuss the ins and outs of what's expected of the recruits during driving instruction and beyond the academy, they take what they learned to the Charlotte Vehicle Operations Center for some how-to.
You will learn something on the track about how your car handles, about how our cars handle, about how you're going to safely maneuver, whether you're driving regular traffic, emergency traffic, pursuit traffic. All of that is going to be learned during this section. But the first one starts with, when we get in that car, setting the car up properly, making sure your car's ready to go, right? I don't want to, how many NASCAR cars go out and just go on the track on Sunday morning and just go race? 0, right? Even the cars that crashed during qualifying on Saturday, they set the car back up just like that one was set up. Okay, so they take preparations, their tire pressure, the oil, the fluids in the car, all that stuff, right, is important. And that's why you're going to take that from what we're going to learn today, and you're going to learn why it's important. There's 911 complaints all the time because you're driving a billboard around. So learning how to operate that car starts today, and the impression that you leave on the public with how you operate that vehicle starts today. Okay, so I promise you, it's not about a book test over here, and all the tests you take over here. If you'll just take a deep breath, like most everything else in the academy, right, and let your noodle keep working, you're going to be all right. Okay, some people will struggle more than others. It's kind of like chewing gum and tying your shoelaces and walking at the same time. Okay? Some people struggle more than others, but you're going to be all right. So everybody take a breath, have a little fun with it, okay? Enjoy the time that you're not over in the DT room getting punched in the face.
Before Recruit Class 193 gets to drive at the driving pad, they get a rundown of everything on the CMPD vehicles. They're taught how to check their vehicle, some general maintenance tips, and even a few easy fixes they can do themselves. On the street, the car becomes their office, so this information is pivotal for their day-to-day.
Skip hit. It's a star because there's only 5. Don't go around in a circle, because when you're actually putting a new tire on, if you just go around, you're going to do that forever. Okay? Go across the circle and help tighten it. Listen very carefully. When I go to check the lugs on the tire, you've all been working out with Officer Purdy, and I know you're really, really strong. Okay? You don't have to prove it to me. All you have to do is press the lug until you hear a click. Hear that? That's as tight as it's got to go.
V is 47.
All right?
Yes, ma'am.
40, 47. Hey, listen. If you're like a car genius, right? Don't all pair up together. Pair up with people who might not have worked on a car before and teach them something. Good deal?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready to go. Quickly.
Right? Let me check them in the back. I'm gonna do left and right. All right. Good. Good. I hit your brakes. Good.
I was originally interested in CMPD because of the training and camaraderie. In a large department, they definitely have some of the best training in the country. The experience has been fantastic, a lot of fun, learned a ton. I mean, it's nothing about it that's been dreadful at all. It's been absolutely amazing.
Let's go ahead and set up fixed radius, then we'll go back, we'll walk the course, and I'll talk to you about the course itself. So all number 5, it's going to go in a curve around this median. We're going to start down here by the guardrail. All the cars are going to be lined up. The first person up, make sure you listen to the instructor in the car. We're going to make this approach. What speed do we want to get to?
28.
On the approach, 27, 28. Okay, then you don't even have to worry about the cones, what speed you're at when you get to the cones. If you're above 25, that's where we want you to be. So remember, get up to speed, let off the gas to let the car settle. What side do we want to set up on going on the right hand? On the left side. Everybody tracking that it's going to be the outside? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so it's the same thing again. Let's go back. Look up and out. Okay, does that make sense? Don't look right over the hood of your car. All right, because as you're turning, these cones are going to look real close. I need you to look up and out of the curve. So right in here, if I'm set up to the outside, I'm looking all the way through that curve. Not all the way at the end, but all the way past the apex. Does that make sense? The apex is the center of the curve. Okay, you guys have to look up and out. Plus, you got the spotlight in the side, so that makes it even harder to see cones right in front of your car. So look up and out. Steering, remember, smooth in equals smooth out. I know I'm going to keep saying that. All the instructors are going to harp on that today. That is extremely important on everything we do. When we start getting to the timed courses, smooth in is smooth out. You might feel like you're driving slow, but you will be faster than if you were trying to drive super fast and hitting the brakes and skidding tires. You will drive faster. Smooth is fast. Smooth in, smooth out. Okay, you want to make it as easy on yourself as possible, so the faster you're going, the sharper inputs, makes it a whole lot harder to control the car.
First, the recruits get a tutorial on how it's done from their instructors. Then, the recruits get to see if they can complete the course.
The driving course was fantastic. I had a lot of fun. Learned a lot about myself and about vehicles. So definitely got to push myself. Yeah, it was pretty comfortable. Starting out, I had some issues, learning curve issues, but once I caught on pretty quick, it was a blast. The instructors were fantastic. I know my first time through one of the courses, hit some cones and got kind of flustered, and my instructor talked me down and calmed me down immediately. I mean, they're fantastic at what they do. There's absolutely no worry to what they say. If you do what they say, you're going to learn something. Yeah, we're definitely becoming more family, trying to get together and do stuff on the weekends and study groups and really learning about each other and getting to know one another personally.
emergency response and pursuit. It's going to be a fun day. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to learn a lot today. So, how today is going to run is we're going to have, we've got the 4 cars up here. We'll have 4 people in the car at one time, okay? I want you guys to make sure only 2 are going to go out and participate in the emergency response and pursuit scenario, and then 2 of you are going to be waiting in the 2 cars here for the next instructors to get in. As soon as the first group is done, we're going to start rolling the second one so we can keep this rolling and get out of here in a good time. After the long day yesterday, I think everybody can agree with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You don't have to stop for every single driveway as long as you have that clear line of sight. But as you're driving, I still need you to say clear left, clear right. So we talk about narrative commentary in the class. Narrative commentary, when you're talking out loud, you're breathing. If you're breathing, then you're controlling your emotions. That tells me that you're processing through things, you're taking everything in. So when you are driving today, I want you to say clear left, clear right, but you actually have to move your head. You can't just stay straight. Clear left, clear right. No. You have to say clear left, clear right, because we need to know that you are clearing the intersections. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Now that the recruits have an idea of what's expected of them during this training, they're ready to try it themselves. They go 2 at a time, trying to make a successful traffic stop on a suspect's vehicle. Once they finish, the instructors give them a few additional tips.
I'm really excited for, the next 18 weeks with them. I think they're going to do some really good things. I think there is a lot of potential in this class. I think there's going to be some future sergeants, some future, specialized unit, officers that are going to be coming out of here. And I think they have, there's a lot of talent in that room.